Today, we're diving into something that's been a real game changer for a lot of people, including me. In a world that can feel like a roller coaster with no brakes, Jordan B. Peterson's 12 Rules for Life is like a lighthouse in the fog. It's not just a book, it's a guide that helps you navigate the chaos and find your way back to solid ground. You know, I remember a friend of mine, let's call her Sarah. She was going through a rough patch, job stress, family drama, you name it. She felt like she was drowning in a sea of uncertainty. Then she picked up 12 Rules for Life. Something clicked. She started making small changes, taking responsibility for her actions, and setting clear goals. Before she knew it, things started to turn around. She found a new job, her relationships improved, and she felt a sense of purpose she hadn't felt in years. That's the power of this book, but it's not just about personal growth. It's about understanding the bigger picture. Peterson talks a lot about the balance between chaos and order. Think of it like this. Chaos is the unknown, the unpredictable stuff that can throw you off course. Order is the structure, the rules, and the routines that keep you grounded. The key is finding that sweet spot where you can embrace both. It's like walking a tightrope. Too much chaos and you fall off, too much order and you get stuck. But when you find that balance, you can thrive. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, why do I need a book to tell me this? Well, the thing is, in today's world, we're bombarded with so much information and so many distractions. Mental health issues are on the rise, and social media can make us feel like we're never good enough. We need practical advice, and that's exactly what Peterson offers. He breaks down complex ideas into simple, actionable steps. For example, one of the rules is to stand up straight with your shoulders back. It sounds simple, right? But it's about more than just posture. It's about confidence, about taking up space, and about showing the world that you're ready to face whatever comes your way. And you know what? It works. Try it out next time you're feeling a bit down. Stand up straight, take a deep breath, and see how it changes your mood. Peterson also shares some incredible stories from his own life. One that really stuck with me is about a time he was struggling with a difficult decision. He realized that the answer wasn't going to come from avoiding the problem, but from facing it head-on. That's a theme that runs throughout the book. Personal responsibility. It's about taking control of your life, making tough choices, and owning the consequences. So, what do you think? Are you ready to dive into the world of 12 Rules for Life? Whether you're looking for direction, purpose, or just a fresh perspective, this book has something to offer. And I'm excited to explore it with you. Stick around, and let's see how we can apply these rules to our own lives. Who knows, you might just find your own lighthouse in the fog. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to join me on this journey. Section 1, stand up straight with your shoulders back. Stand up straight with your shoulders back. It's a simple piece of advice, but it carries profound implications for how we live our lives. This rule, the first in the book, is about more than just physical posture. It's about the way we present ourselves to the world and the impact that has on our self-esteem, our relationships, and our overall well-being. Let's start with the science. When you stand up straight, your body sends a powerful message to your brain. It's a message of confidence, of readiness, and of strength. Research in the field of psychoneuroimmunology has shown that the way we hold our bodies can actually change the way we think and feel. For example, studies have found that adopting a power pose for just 2 minutes, standing with your feet shoulder-width apart, your hands on your hips and your chest out, can increase levels of testosterone, the hormone associated with dominance and confidence, and decrease levels of cortisol, the stress hormone. This means that by simply changing your posture, you can alter your hormonal balance in a way that makes you feel more powerful and less stressed. But it's not just about the hormones. The way you carry yourself also affects your brain's neurochemistry. When you stand up straight, you're more likely to experience positive emotions and to think more positively about yourself and your abilities. This is because your brain is constantly interpreting the signals it receives from your body. If your body is telling your brain that you're confident and capable, your brain is more likely to believe it. Now let's talk about the role of body language in social interactions. We all know that first impressions matter, and a large part of that first impression is based on non-verbal cues. When you meet someone for the first time, they're not just listening to what you say, they're also watching how you say it. Your posture, your facial expressions, and your gestures all play a crucial role in how you're perceived. If you're slouching, looking down, and avoiding eye contact, you're likely to be seen as insecure, unconfident, and even untrustworthy. On the other hand, if you stand up straight, make eye contact, and use open, expansive gestures, you're more likely to be seen as confident, competent, and trustworthy. This isn't just about making a good first impression, though. The way you present yourself also affects how you interact with others over time. People are more likely to listen to you, to take your opinions seriously, and to follow your lead if you project confidence and authority. This is why body language is so important in leadership and influence. Leaders who stand up straight, speak clearly, and use confident gestures are more likely to inspire confidence in their teams and to achieve their goals. But how do you build self-confidence through physical presence? It's not just about standing up straight and hoping for the best. It's about making a conscious effort to improve your posture and to practice confident body language. This can be challenging, especially if you're used to slouching or if you have a naturally shy personality. But the good news is that with practice, you can change your habits and develop a more confident physical presence. Let me tell you a story about a shy individual who transformed their life by improving their posture. Her name is Sarah, and she was a quiet, introverted person who often felt invisible. She had a habit of slouching and looking down, and she was always surprised when people didn't notice her or didn't take her seriously. One day, Sarah decided that she wanted to change. She started by making a conscious effort to stand up straight and to make eye contact with people. At first, it felt awkward and unnatural, but she persisted. She practiced in front of a mirror. She took posture classes, and she even started doing yoga to improve her core strength and flexibility. Over time, Sarah noticed a change in how people treated her. Strangers would smile at her more often. Her colleagues started to seek her out for her opinions, and even her family commented on how much more confident she seemed. Sarah's improved posture wasn't just a physical change, it was a mental and emotional transformation. She started to believe in herself more, to take on new challenges and to pursue her dreams with a newfound sense of determination. Now let's talk about my own experiences with posture and its impact on my life. I've always been a tall person, and for a long time I didn't know what to do with that height. I would often slouch to try to make myself seem smaller, less imposing, but I realized that this was a mistake. By slouching, I was not only making myself feel less confident, but I was also sending a message to others that I was unsure of myself. So I made a conscious effort to stand up straight, to hold my head high, and to use my height to my advantage. The change was remarkable. I started to feel more confident in myself, and I noticed that people responded to me differently. They were more likely to listen to me, to take my ideas seriously, and to see me as a leader. This wasn't just about the way I looked, it was about the way I carried myself. By standing up straight, I was projecting a sense of confidence and authority that people could sense, but the benefits of good posture go beyond just social interactions. Standing up straight can also have a profound impact on your physical health. Poor posture can lead to a host of problems, including back pain, neck pain, and even headaches. When you stand up straight, you're putting less strain on your muscles and joints, which can help to prevent these issues. Additionally, good posture can improve your breathing, which can have a positive impact on your overall health and well-being. Let's look at some examples of how posture can impact your life. One of the most obvious areas where posture matters is in job interviews. When you're interviewing for a job, you want to make the best possible impression. You want the interviewer to see you as confident, competent, and a good fit for the
role. If you slouch, look down, and avoid eye contact, you're not going to make that impression.
On the other hand, if you stand up straight, make eye contact, and use confident gestures, you're more likely to be seen as the right person for the job. This isn't just about getting hired, though. Good posture can also impact your professional success over the long term. Leaders who stand up straight, speak clearly, and use confident gestures are more likely to inspire confidence in their teams and to achieve their goals. They're more likely to be seen as competent and trustworthy, and they're more likely to be given opportunities for advancement. But the impact of posture goes even deeper than that. It can affect your personal relationships, your mental health, and your overall sense of well-being. When you stand up straight, you're more likely to feel good about yourself, to have a positive outlook on life, and to be resilient in the face of challenges. This is because good posture is a physical manifestation of self-respect and self-worth. When you stand up straight, you're telling yourself and the world that you matter, that you're valuable, and that you're worth taking care of. In conclusion, standing up straight with your shoulders back is more than just a physical act. It's a powerful tool for building self-confidence, improving your relationships, and achieving your goals. By making a conscious effort to improve your posture, you can change the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you interact with the world. So, the next time you catch yourself slouching, take a deep breath, stand up straight, and remember that you have the power to transform your life, one small step at a time. Section 2. Treat yourself like you are someone you are responsible for helping. Imagine for a moment that you are a caregiver, someone who dedicates their life to the well-being of others. You wake up early, you stay up late, and you pour your heart and soul into ensuring that those around you are happy and healthy. It's a noble and essential role, but it can also be incredibly demanding. Now consider this. In the midst of all your efforts to care for others, do you ever stop to think about how you are treating yourself? This section is about the second rule, which is to treat yourself like you are someone you are responsible for helping. It's a powerful and often overlooked principle that can transform the way you live your life. When we think about helping others, we often have a clear set of guidelines and a sense of duty. We know that if we neglect the people we care for, they will suffer. But when it comes to ourselves, we often fall short. We might even believe that we don't deserve the same level of care and respect that we offer to others. This is a dangerous and misguided belief, and it's one that we need to challenge. The importance of self-care and self-compassion. Self-care is not a luxury, it is a necessity. It's about recognizing that you are just as important as the people you care for, and that your well-being is crucial to your ability to help others. When you take care of yourself, you are better equipped to handle the challenges of life, and you are more resilient in the face of adversity. Self-compassion, on the other hand, is about treating yourself with kindness and understanding, especially when you make mistakes or face difficulties. It's about being your own best friend rather than your own worst critic. Let's consider a story to illustrate this point. There was a woman named Sarah who had been a caregiver for her elderly mother for several years. Sarah's days were filled with doctor's appointments, medication management, and endless tasks that left her feeling drained and exhausted. She often felt guilty for taking time for herself, believing that her mother's needs should always come first. But one day, Sarah's doctor diagnosed her with severe burnout and warned her that if she didn't start taking better care of herself, her health would suffer irreparably. Sarah realized that she had been neglecting herself for far too long. She started by setting aside just 30 minutes each day for herself, whether it was reading a book, going for a walk, or simply sitting in silence. At first, it felt selfish and wrong, but as she continued to prioritize her own well-being, she noticed a significant improvement in her mood and energy levels. She was more patient with her mother, more present in their interactions, and more capable of handling the challenges of caregiving. Sarah's story is a powerful reminder that self-care is not a selfish act, it is a necessary one. Adding healthy boundaries and saying no, one of the most important aspects of treating yourself with care and respect is setting healthy boundaries. Boundaries are the limits we set to protect our physical, emotional, and mental well-being. They are essential for maintaining a balanced and fulfilling life. When we don't set boundaries, we risk becoming overwhelmed, stressed, and burned out. We might find ourselves saying yes to things we don't really want to do, just to please others or avoid conflict. But this can lead to resentment and a sense of being trapped. Saying no is a crucial part of setting boundaries. It's about recognizing that you have the right to prioritize your own needs, and that it's okay to decline requests that don't align with your values or goals. This doesn't mean being rude or unkind. It means being honest and clear about your limits. For example, if a friend asks you to help with a project that you don't have the time or energy for, it's perfectly acceptable to say, "I appreciate the invitation, but I'm not able to commit to that right now. I hope you can find someone else who can help." Setting boundaries can be challenging, especially if you are used to putting others first. It might feel uncomfortable or even selfish at first, but over time, you will find that it leads to a more authentic and fulfilling life. You will be more present in your relationships, more focused on your goals, and more resilient in the face of challenges. The dangers of self-neglect and burnout. The dangers of self-neglect are real and can have serious consequences for both your physical and mental health. When you consistently put others' needs before your own, you can become exhausted, stressed, and overwhelmed. This can lead to burnout, a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by excessive and prolonged stress. Burnout can manifest in a variety of ways, including fatigue, cynicism, detachment, and a reduced sense of accomplishment. Burnout is not just a personal issue, it can also have a ripple effect on those around you. When you are burned out, you are less effective in your roles as a caregiver, parent, friend, or professional. You might become irritable, less patient, and less engaged, which can strain your relationships and impact your performance. In extreme cases, burnout can lead to serious health problems, such as depression, anxiety, and even physical illnesses. The key to avoiding burnout is to prioritize self-care and set healthy boundaries. This means taking regular breaks, getting enough sleep, eating well, and engaging in activities that bring you joy and relaxation. It also means being honest about your limits and saying no when necessary. By taking care of yourself, you are not only protecting your own well-being, but also ensuring that you can continue to help others effectively. The impact of self-care on mental health. Self-care has a profound impact on mental health. When you take the time to care for yourself, you are sending a powerful message to your brain that you are important and worthy of love and respect. This can boost your self-esteem and reduce feelings of anxiety and depression. Self-care activities, such as exercise, meditation, and spending time in nature, have been shown to release endorphins, the body's natural feel-good chemicals, which can improve your mood and reduce stress. Moreover, self-care can help you develop a more positive and resilient mindset. When you are well rested and well nourished, you are better equipped to handle the challenges of life. You are more likely to approach problems with a solution-focused mindset and to bounce back from setbacks more quickly. This resilience is essential for maintaining good mental health and for achieving your goals. The role of self-compassion in personal growth and resilience. Self-compassion is a critical component of personal growth and resilience. It involves treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a friend. When you make a mistake or face a setback, it's easy to be hard on yourself and to dwell on your failures. But self-compassion encourages you to be gentle with yourself and to recognize that everyone makes mistakes and faces challenges. Research has shown that self-compassion can lead to a range of positive outcomes, including increased motivation, better emotional regulation, and improved relationships. When you are kind to yourself, you are more likely to take risks and try new things because you know that you will be there to support yourself, regardless of the outcome. This can lead to personal growth and a sense of fulfillment. For example, imagine that you are working on a project and you encounter a significant setback. Instead of beating yourself up and telling yourself that you are a failure, you can practice self-compassion by acknowledging your efforts and recognizing that setbacks are a natural part of the process. You might say to yourself, "This is tough, but I've worked hard and I'm going to keep trying. I'm proud of myself for not giving up." This kind of self-talk can help you stay motivated and resilient, even in the face of challenges. Peterson's reflections on the importance of self-care. Dr. Jordan Peterson, a renowned psychologist and author, has spoken extensively about the importance of self-care in his own life and in his work with clients. Peterson emphasizes that self-care is not just about pampering yourself or indulging in luxuries. It's about taking responsibility for your own well-being and recognizing that you are worthy of care and respect. Peterson often shares a personal story about a time when he was struggling with burnout and exhaustion. He had been working long hours, taking on too many responsibilities, and neglecting his own needs. One day, he realized that he was on the brink of a breakdown and that he needed to make a change. He started by setting aside time each day for self-care activities such as reading, exercising, and spending time with his family. He also began to set boundaries at work, saying no to requests that were not essential and delegating tasks to others. Peterson's experience taught him that self-care is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process that requires commitment and effort. He encourages his clients to prioritize self-care and to recognize that it is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. By taking care of themselves, they are better equipped to handle the challenges of life and to help others effectively. In conclusion, treating yourself like you are someone you are responsible for helping is a powerful and transformative principle. It involves recognizing the importance of self-care and self-compassion, setting healthy boundaries, and avoiding the dangers of self-neglect and burnout. By prioritizing your own well-being, you are not only protecting yourself, but also ensuring that you can continue to help others effectively. Remember, you are just as important as the people you care for, and you deserve to be treated with the same care and respect that you offer to others. So, take a moment to reflect on how you are treating yourself. Are you setting boundaries and saying no when necessary? Are you taking time for self-care and self-compassion? If not, it's never too late to start. By making self-care a priority, you can lead a more balanced, fulfilling, and resilient life. Section 3. Make friends with people who want the best for you. In the journey of life, the company we keep can either lift us to new heights or drag us down into the depths of despair. The people around us play a crucial role in shaping our experiences, influencing our decisions, and ultimately determining the path we take. This is why the third rule, make friends with people who want the best for you, is so profoundly important. It's not just about having a social circle. It's about cultivating a network of individuals who genuinely care about your well-being and support your growth. Let's start by understanding the importance of positive social support. When we surround ourselves with people who believe in us, we are more likely to believe in ourselves. These individuals act as mirrors, reflecting back to us our own potential and worth. They encourage us to set higher goals, to push beyond our comfort zones, and to embrace challenges with confidence. Positive social support is like a safety net that catches us when we fall and a ladder that helps us climb when we need to reach new heights. Consider the story of Sarah, a young professional who was struggling to find her footing in a competitive industry. She had always been ambitious, but the constant pressure and criticism from her colleagues were taking a toll on her mental health. Sarah felt isolated and demotivated, and her performance at work began to suffer. One day, she decided to take a step back and reassess her social circle. She realized that the people she was spending the most time with were not only unsupportive, but were actively bringing her down. They were what we often refer to as toxic individuals. Toxic relationships are like weeds in a garden. They may seem harmless at first, but over time, they can choke out the life and vitality of the plants around them. Toxic people are those who consistently drain your energy, undermine your confidence, and discourage your efforts. They might be jealous of your success, critical of your decisions, or simply unwilling to offer a helping hand when you need it most. The impact of these relationships can be devastating, leading to increased stress, anxiety, and even depression. Sarah knew she needed to make a change. She started reaching out to old friends and colleagues who had always been supportive and positive. She joined a professional networking group and began attending events where she could meet like-minded individuals. Slowly but surely, Sarah's social circle began to transform. She found herself surrounded by people who believed in her, who offered constructive feedback, and who celebrated her successes. The change was almost immediate. Sarah's confidence soared, her performance at work improved, and she felt a renewed sense of purpose and direction. This is not just a feel-good story, it's a testament to the power of positive social support. Research has consistently shown that individuals with strong social support networks are more resilient, more motivated, and more successful in achieving their goals. They are better equipped to handle stress, recover from setbacks, and maintain a positive outlook on life. In essence, the people we choose to surround ourselves with can either be a catalyst for growth or a barrier to progress. But how do we identify and avoid toxic relationships? It's not always easy, especially when these relationships are long-standing or involve people we care about deeply. One of the key signs of a toxic relationship is the feeling of being drained or exhausted after spending time with that person. If you find yourself feeling worse, not better, after an interaction, it might be time to reassess the relationship. Another red flag is a lack of mutual respect and support. Healthy relationships are built on a foundation of trust, honesty, and mutual encouragement. If you feel like you are always giving more than you are receiving, or if the other person consistently dismisses your needs and feelings, it might be time to set some boundaries or even distance yourself from the relationship. Dr. Jordan Peterson, a renowned psychologist and author, has often emphasized the importance of supportive relationships in personal growth. He argues that the people we choose to associate with can either elevate us or hold us back. Peterson suggests that we should be intentional about the company we keep, actively seeking out individuals who challenge us to be our best selves. He believes that true friends are those who are willing to tell us the hard truths, not just the things
we want to hear.
They are the ones who will push us to grow, even if it means stepping out of our comfort zones. One of the most powerful examples of the impact of positive friendships on mental health is the story of John, a young man who struggled with severe anxiety and depression. John had always been a loner, preferring to keep to himself rather than risk the pain of rejection. However, after a particularly difficult period in his life, John decided to take a chance and reach out to a few old friends. To his surprise, they welcomed him with open arms. They listened to his struggles, offered words of encouragement, and even helped him find a therapist. Over time, John's mental health improved dramatically. He credits his friends with saving his life, not just by providing emotional support, but by showing him that he was worthy of love and care. The role of social support in achieving personal goals cannot be overstated. Whether it's starting a new business, pursuing a degree, or making a significant life change, having a supportive network can make all the difference. When we have people in our corner who believe in us, we are more likely to take risks, to persevere through challenges, and to achieve our goals. This is because positive social support provides us with the motivation, resources, and encouragement we need to succeed. For example, consider the story of Maria, a single mother who dreamed of becoming a writer. Despite the demands of raising her children and working a full-time job, Maria was determined to pursue her passion. However, the journey was not easy. She faced numerous setbacks, including rejections from publishers and self-doubt. It was her friends who kept her going. They read her work, offered constructive feedback, and celebrated her small victories. When Maria finally published her first book, she knew that she could not have done it without the unwavering support of her friends. In conclusion, the third rule, make friends with people who want the best for you, is a powerful reminder of the importance of positive social support. By surrounding ourselves with individuals who believe in us, we can achieve greater success, maintain better mental health, and lead more fulfilling lives. It's not always easy to identify and avoid toxic relationships, but it is essential for our well-being. As Dr. Jordan Peterson reminds us, the people we choose to associate with can either elevate us or hold us back. So, be intentional about the company you keep, and don't be afraid to reach out to those who can help you grow. In the end, the relationships we cultivate are some of the most valuable assets we have in our journey through life. Section 4, compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. In the journey of personal development, one of the most crucial yet often overlooked aspects is the way we measure our progress. It's easy to fall into the trap of comparing ourselves to others, especially in today's hyper-connected world. Social media platforms are filled with curated highlights of people's lives, showcasing their achievements, adventures, and successes. While these platforms can be inspiring, they can also be detrimental to our mental health and self-esteem. The fourth rule, compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today, is a powerful reminder to focus on our own growth and progress rather than getting caught up in the highlight reels of others. Let's start by exploring the dangers of social comparison and its impact on our self-esteem. When we constantly compare ourselves to others, we set ourselves up for disappointment and dissatisfaction. We see the best moments of others' lives and compare them to the entirety of our own, which is a fundamentally unfair and unrealistic comparison. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy, low self-worth, and even depression. The more we engage in this type of comparison, the more we lose sight of our own unique journey and the progress we are making. Imagine you're an artist and you're just starting to paint. You see a famous artist's work and it's breathtaking. The colors are vibrant, the composition is perfect, and the technique is flawless. It's natural to feel a sense of awe, but it's also easy to feel discouraged. You might think, I'll never be as good as them, or why even bother trying? But here's the thing, that famous artist didn't start out as a master. They too had to begin with their first brushstroke, their first canvas, and their first attempts at creating something beautiful. They faced challenges, made mistakes, and learned from them. They compared themselves to who they were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. This is a crucial lesson for all of us. When we focus on our own progress, we can see the small victories and the incremental improvements that add up over time. Setting realistic goals and celebrating progress is essential for maintaining motivation and a positive mindset. It's important to set goals that are achievable and meaningful to you. For example, if you're trying to improve your fitness, a realistic goal might be to walk for 30 minutes a day rather than aiming to run a marathon right away. Each step you take, each minute you walk, is a victory worth celebrating. These small wins build confidence and momentum, making it easier to tackle bigger challenges in the future. Now let's dive into a story that illustrates the power of focusing on personal growth. Meet Sarah, a young professional who had always felt overshadowed by her colleagues. She worked in a competitive environment where everyone seemed to be achieving more, getting promoted faster, and receiving more recognition. Sarah felt like she was falling behind, and her self-doubt began to consume her. She started to question her abilities and her worth, wondering if she was good enough. One day, Sarah decided to take a step back and reflect on her own journey. She realized that she had been so focused on comparing herself to others that she had lost sight of her own progress. She started to keep a journal, writing down her accomplishments, no matter how small. She celebrated the time she had taken on new responsibilities, the projects she had completed successfully, and the skills she had developed. As she looked back on her entries, she saw a clear pattern of growth and improvement. She had come a long way, and she was proud of herself. Sarah's story is a powerful reminder that our progress is often more significant than we realize. When we take the time to reflect on our own journey, we can see the areas where we have improved and the challenges we have overcome. This self-reflection is a critical component of personal development. It allows us to identify our strengths, recognize our weaknesses, and set meaningful goals for the future. Continuous improvement is not about being perfect. It's about being better than you were yesterday. Jordan Peterson, a renowned psychologist and author, often emphasizes the importance of personal progress. He believes that the key to a fulfilling life is to focus on becoming the best version of yourself rather than trying to be like someone else. Peterson shares a story about a student who came to him feeling lost and directionless. The student was overwhelmed by the success of his peers and felt like he was falling behind. Peterson advised him to focus on his own path, to set small, achievable goals, and to celebrate his progress. Over time, the student began to see the value in his own journey and found a renewed sense of purpose. Peterson's reflections highlight the importance of setting realistic goals and celebrating progress. When we set goals that are too ambitious or unrealistic, we set ourselves up for failure. Instead, we should break down our goals into smaller, manageable steps. Each step we take is a step forward, and each victory, no matter how small, is worth celebrating. This approach not only helps us stay motivated, but also builds a foundation of confidence and resilience. Let's take a moment to consider the impact of social media on our self-esteem. Social media platforms are designed to be engaging and addictive, and they often present a distorted view of reality. We see the best moments of others' lives, the perfect vacations, the flawless selfies, and the impressive achievements. It's easy to feel like we're not measuring up, but the truth is that we're only seeing a small, curated part of their lives. Behind the scenes, everyone faces challenges, struggles, and setbacks. The key is to remember that everyone's journey is unique, and comparing ourselves to others is a recipe for dissatisfaction. Instead of comparing ourselves to others, we should focus on our own growth and development. This means setting goals that are meaningful to us, celebrating our progress, and reflecting on our journey. It also means being kind to ourselves and recognizing that growth is a process, not a destination. We will face setbacks and challenges, but each one is an opportunity to learn and grow. To illustrate this point, let's consider the role of goal setting in personal development. Goal setting is a powerful tool for achieving success and maintaining motivation. When we set clear, specific goals, we give ourselves a roadmap for success. However, it's important to set goals that are realistic and achievable. For example, if you want to improve your public speaking skills, a realistic goal might be to join a local Toastmasters club and give one speech a month. As you achieve each goal, you build confidence and momentum, making it easier to tackle bigger challenges in the future. In conclusion, the fourth rule, compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today, is a powerful reminder to focus on our own growth and progress. By setting realistic goals, celebrating our progress, and engaging in self-reflection, we can build a foundation of confidence and resilience. We will face challenges and setbacks, but each one is an opportunity to learn and grow. Remember, the key to a fulfilling life is to become the best version of yourself, not to be like someone else. So, take a step back, reflect on your journey, and celebrate the progress you have made. You are capable of achieving great things, and your journey is uniquely yours. Section 5. Do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. In the intricate dance of parenting, one of the most crucial steps is ensuring that the relationship between parent and child remains strong and positive. This is not just about maintaining a harmonious household, it's about laying the foundation for a child's future success and well-being. The fifth rule, do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them, is a powerful guideline that underscores the importance of setting boundaries, teaching respect, and fostering responsibility. Let's delve into why this rule is so vital and how it can transform your relationship with your children. First, let's talk about the importance of setting boundaries and teaching respect. Boundaries are the invisible lines that define what is acceptable and what is not. They are the rules of the game, and without them, the game becomes chaotic and unpredictable. When children understand and respect these boundaries, they learn to navigate the world with a sense of security and confidence. This is not about being authoritarian or rigid. It's about providing a framework that helps children grow into responsible and respectful individuals. Consider the story of Sarah, a single mother of 2 young boys, aged 5 and 7. Sarah had always been a loving and nurturing parent, but she found herself increasingly frustrated by her children's behavior. They would often interrupt her when she was on the phone, refuse to clean up their toys, and even talk back to her. Sarah felt like she was losing control, and her relationship with her children was suffering as a result. One day, Sarah decided to take a different approach. She sat down with her boys and had a heart-to-heart conversation. She explained the importance of respect and the need for everyone in the family to follow certain rules. She set clear boundaries, such as no interrupting when someone is speaking, always cleaning up after playtime, and using kind words. Sarah also made a point to model these behaviors herself, showing her children what it means to be respectful and responsible. The transformation was remarkable. Within a few weeks, Sarah's boys began to internalize the new rules. They started to clean up after themselves without being asked, and they were more considerate when she was on the phone. The atmosphere in the home became more peaceful, and Sarah felt a renewed sense of connection with her children. By setting clear boundaries and teaching respect, Sarah had not only improved her relationship with her boys, but also helped them develop essential life skills. Now let's explore the impact of discipline on a child's development. Discipline is often misunderstood as punishment, but it is much more than that. Discipline is about teaching, guiding, and shaping behavior. It is about helping children understand the consequences of their actions and making better choices. When discipline is consistent and fair, it can have a profound positive impact on a child's development. Dr. Jordan Peterson, a renowned psychologist and author, has emphasized the importance of discipline in parenting. He argues that children need structure and guidance to thrive. Without it, they can become confused and anxious, leading to behavioral problems and a lack of self-discipline. Peterson believes that parents have a responsibility to set clear expectations and follow through with consistent consequences. This not only helps children develop a sense of responsibility, but also builds their self-esteem and confidence. For example, imagine a child who consistently fails to complete their homework. If the parent consistently enforces a rule that homework must be completed before screen time, the child will learn the importance of prioritizing responsibilities. Over time, this consistent discipline will help the child develop better time management skills and a stronger work ethic. The child will also feel a sense of accomplishment and pride in their ability to meet their obligations. Consistency is key when it comes to discipline. Children thrive on routine and predictability. When rules and consequences are applied consistently, children learn to trust and respect the boundaries set by their parents. This consistency also helps to build a strong and stable family environment where everyone knows what is expected of them. Let's look at another example to illustrate the role of consistency in discipline. Consider a family where the parents have a rule that everyone must help with household chores. The parents consistently enforce this rule by assigning age-appropriate tasks to each family member and providing positive reinforcement when the tasks are completed. Over time, the children learn the value of contributing to the family and develop a sense of responsibility. They also learn that their efforts are appreciated and valued, which boosts their self-esteem and motivation. In addition to setting boundaries and being consistent with discipline, modeling good behavior is crucial. Children are like sponges, absorbing everything they see and hear. They learn as much from what we do as from what we say. If we want our children to be respectful and responsible, we must show them what that looks like in our own behavior. For instance, if a parent consistently uses kind and respectful language, even in challenging situations, the children will learn to do the same. If a parent demonstrates honesty and integrity in their interactions, the children will internalize these values. Modeling good behavior is not just about being a good role model, it's about creating a culture of respect and responsibility within the family. Let's consider a real-life example to see how modeling good behavior can shape a child's values. Take the case of Mark, a father of a 10-year-old daughter. Mark is a teacher and he places a high value on education and lifelong learning. He makes a point to read books and engage in intellectual discussions with his daughter, showing her that learning is a continuous process. Mark also volunteers at a local charity, and he brings his daughter along to help out. By modeling a commitment to education and community service, Mark is teaching his daughter the importance of these values. As a result, Mark's daughter has developed a love for learning and a strong sense of social responsibility. She excels in school and is actively involved in community service projects. Mark's consistent modeling of good behavior has not only influenced his daughter's values, but has also strengthened their bond. She looks up to her father and strives to emulate his positive qualities. In conclusion, the fifth rule, do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them, is a powerful reminder of the importance of setting boundaries, teaching respect, and fostering responsibility. By setting clear boundaries, being consistent with discipline, and modeling good behavior, parents can create a strong and positive relationship with their children. This not only benefits the family dynamic, but also helps children develop the skills and values they need to succeed in life. Remember, the foundation you lay today will shape the future of your children and the world they will help create. So we've journeyed through the pages of 12 Rules for Life together, and I hope you've found as much value in it as I have. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned and how we can carry these lessons forward. First off, personal. Growth isn't something you achieve and then check off your list. It's a continuous journey, like a river that keeps flowing. You might face obstacles, but with each challenge, you grow stronger and wiser. It's about having the courage to face your fears and the determination to keep moving forward, even when the path isn't clear. Think about it this way. Imagine you're planting a garden. You can't just plant the seeds and expect a beautiful garden overnight. You need to water the plants, pull out the weeds, and give them time to grow. Personal growth is the same. It takes effort, but the results are worth it. Now let me share a story that really hit home for me. There was this guy, let's call him Mike. Mike was stuck in a job he hated, his relationships were strained, and he felt like he was just going through the motions. But then he stumbled upon 12 Rules for Life. He started applying the rules one by one. He cleaned up his room, set clear goals, and started treating others with more respect. Slowly but surely, things started to change. His job became more fulfilling, his relationships improved, and he felt a sense of purpose he hadn't felt in years. Mike's story is a reminder that change is possible, and it starts with small, consistent actions. Dr. Jordan Peterson often emphasizes the importance of personal responsibility. He says, "The world is full of suffering, and it's up to each of us to do our part to make it a little better." This isn't just about you, it's about the ripple effect you can create. When you grow, you inspire those around you. You become a better partner, a better friend, and a better person. And when more people do this, it can lead to a more resilient and compassionate society. So what's next? I encourage you to pick one rule that resonates with you and start applying it today. Maybe it's standing up straight with your shoulders back, or maybe it's making friends with people who want the best for you. Whatever it is, take that first step. And if you need more guidance, there are plenty of resources out there, including Dr. Peterson's other books and talks. Remember, the journey of personal growth is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about making small, consistent improvements over time. As Dr. Peterson once said, the meaning of life is to build a bridge between the present and the future. So let's build that bridge together, one step at a time. Thanks for joining me on this journey. I hope you leave feeling inspired
and ready to take on the world. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, and keep making a difference.